Hey guys, what's going on? ThirdStreet Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zach.
We're back with The Bad Batch, Season 2, Episode 14. Zach, last time we were on Pabu. They haven't had a tsunami in, 30 years.
Yeah.
And they happen to have one that day.
Yeah, and it kind of gave pause for reflection, for we thought at least, but then the Bad Batch said, hey, we'll stay and help you rebuild.
And they said it would take at least it takes several rotations or something. I'm thinking it's going to take several months.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
A lot of fucking damage. You think everything's underwater, everyone's shit's washed out. What was cracked and damaged from the earthquake itself.
Yeah. All that dirt. I mean, we have a flood here in Marietta for like a week, and it's just, everything is disgusting and dirty. The roads need cleaned.
I wonder how much dirt, though, there would be, because a flood comes in and you got a lot of water just laying there. I guess it's depositing a lot, but it's slow moving. You think with those torrents, I wonder if the water sits there for a while.
Depends how long it takes to recede, I guess.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
That's something I don't know.
And it's interesting that it just literally was a natural disaster. It's nothing to do with the Empire. It was just a natural disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I liked it better the second time. It just made it more enjoyable with you. Guys, before we jump into this one, if you want to support us, check us out on Patreon. We're going to have the full-length reaction on there if you want to check that out. And we also have early access. Let's jump in. It's weird the feeling that book gives you. It gives you a weird feeling the whole time.
Good. Look at these haircuts. His is a little, not as good.
He has that Nazi undercut.
I don't know.
It's just so funny that it got Hugo Boss. Like,
What is going on? We're under attack, sir. That definitely got their attention. Let's make this quick.
can you imagine if, and this is not what Vader's ship looked like. When Vader came in at the end of Rogue One.
Mm-hmm. You think somebody would catch on to that shit?
Yeah.
Be prepared for it.
Erase the databanks.
Hating people race data banks. Just see, if I was losing, I'd just take it.
I don't think you would. I sure as fuck wouldn't. Like, fuck.
I'd fight to the end.
Fireball. Good to see you again. Boys, let's get out of here. They were erasing the databanks. Not sure how much I can recover. Well, I guess we'll have to get that intel out of you. Got the prisoners. Pull back. Not yet. Still pulling what's left of their files. Well, make it fast. The reinforcements are here. We don't have any. Come on. Greg, launch. We'll be right behind you. On your feet. Move out.
You'd think he would have just been executed, you know?
Well, they're going to do genetic testing. Or use him to hunt down Omega, right? You've seen this.
Good morning, Crosshair. How are you feeling?
What's it to you?
The doctor is on his way. Be smart and cooperate.
That shit we get
Or he
over
will resort to methods you will not enjoy.
I know.
all the time.
I know.
You've healed quickly, considering the state you arrived in. Why am I here? If you think this is punishment for shooting your commanding officer, you're incorrect. I actually think that shows quite a bit of initiative. And all you have to do in exchange is tell me how to find Clone Force 99. They're in possession of something I need.
The kid. They'll never turn her over.
They don't have a choice. She is a clone, and therefore Imperial property.
I don't know where they are.
But you know how they think, how they operate, contacts they reach out to. Surely you have something useful to share. In Inform me when he's ready to talk.
Coruscant. The entire planet's one big city.
I don't know how long we were in that prison.
Hey, blue lady.
I went in with 8 of my men. Only 3 survived. All other prisoners were clones too. They were being shuttled off-world when we intercepted them.
Where were you being taken?
I don't know. But other groups of clones were transferred before us some rotations ago. And they never came back.
Must find out where that ship was headed.
I recovered a portion of the data logs. It's heavily encrypted, but I know someone who can crack it.
Go. I'll take care of things here and see what else I can find out.
Our orders were to not stop until he talks.
He can't talk if he's dead. You may secure his restraints. Take a breath. You cannot make it out of this facility. Not in your condition.
Give me your access card.
It won't get you outside. But even if you do manage that, the hounds will find you within minutes.
Fucking hounds.
Don't make this worse, Crosshair. There is no escape.
I love those little mouse droids.
I know.
Love them. Love them!
A little off his game.
Yeah. It's a cool, like, bass guitar sounding thing.
It's like a cello.
Or that.
What it sounds like. Anyway. Deep strokes.
Yeah.
You have to hide. They're after who?
I don't want to ever get knocked out by knockout gas.
No.
Figured they wait like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I guess
Especially walking in.
I forgot their mask filters that shit out.
Yeah, he doesn't have a mask on.
Having trouble processing the toxin.
My clothes.
It's my own special formula. One I've built an immunity to. You, however, have not.
This friend of yours who's stopping by.
Guess it's just a
Is it
report.
another clone?
Yeah, but don't worry. He's not with the Empire.
If you trust him, that's enough for me.
He's far too trusting. He's far too trusting.
Any chance you've reconsidered staying permanently?
For soldiers, putting down roots is an occupational hazard.
Is that all you are? A soldier?
I'm getting better, right? The collision alarms haven't gone off once.
Because it shorted out during your last lesson. But thanks to my excellent instruction and ability to think clearly in stressful situations, you are indeed improving.
So, what's next?
Incoming vessel on approach.
It's him! Habit 4, this is Habit 5. Do you copy?
Affirmative, Havoc 5. I see you've been keeping up with your training.
As promised.
Good. Race you to the landing zone.
I do not think that is a sound
You're
idea.
on.
I wouldn't want to race someone there.
No. Little people there in the big tower.
Yeah, you had some kid who's a rigger, like, crash into it. I beat you.
You weren't kidding.
You son of a
Place
bitch.
is remote.
Dylan!
That has its advantages. Reevaluating things.
Echo! We've missed you.
It hasn't been that long.
Feels like it has.
You mentioned needing some assistance with data decryption? This is what's left of the files I recovered from an Imperial shuttle. It was transporting cloned prisoners, and we need to know where and why.
The attack on the prisoner transport ship is unfortunate, but inconsequential, Governor.
It's still concerning. If any of the stolen data has compromised your location,
Various protocols are in place to ensure that does not happen.
I suspect the leak came from a rogue element of clones still within our ranks. A growing number have been questioning their orders. We've been routing them out.
If you send them to me, I can deal with them in other ways.
I will expect a full briefing on your plan at the summit.
You all plan to stay here indefinitely? We haven't decided yet.
I didn't notice during the tsunami, but the mayor's the only one I've seen that is fat here.
But to
Hey,
be
you're living it up, huh?
That'll be the best thing for us. Others act as our contacts within the Empire. Echo, you've seen the power you're up against. You can't defeat them. It's not about that. It's about fighting for our brothers. I understand why you're doing this, but when will it be enough?
Hunter, I decrypted the data.
What are you gonna go tell?
Need to get back to the
Yeah.
You know, live the good life.
That is because it is a clandestine operation. There are no records on its location or its purpose. All I could find on it was the chief scientist in charge, Dr. Royce Hamlock, an officer expelled from the Republic Science Corps due to his unauthorized and unorthodox experiments.
Why were they sending clone prisoners to him?
I do not know, but it gets worse. Previous transfer records recovered from the ship's logs list other clone prisoners detained by the Advanced Science Division, and Crosshair is one of them.
You mean Crosshair turned on the Empire? How sure are you about this?
Very. After discovering his clone number on the transfer register, I checked our old comm channels and found a recent distress message sent from Crosshair's old code.
What did it say?
Plan 88. The Seeker. We are being targeted.
If your escape attempt didn't clue you in, the only chance you have of leaving this facility is if I allow it. All I need is the young clone. She means nothing to you. Help me, and you'll have your freedom. Increase his injection level this time.
Like Morpheus, man. It just takes time. Except Morpheus got rescued, thankfully. Kind of like an in-between episode, but we know he flipped on the Empire, but even more, he is obviously trying to warn them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, they're skeptical
Yeah.
because of what's happened in the past.
I guess I would be too.
Yeah.
You know?
Naturally.
I wouldn't just go try to rescue him immediately, I'll tell you that.
No. I guess they can look at the big picture of all these clones being taken there. This guy was kicked out of Academy for experimental shit. We have Governor Tarkin that's still in governor status.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a Moff yet.
I mean, he's
privy to some special shit.
Yeah, I don't
but
think there even are Moffs yet, actually.
There may not be. Because after that structure of the Empire may not be there yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's clear at the end of Revenge of the Sith, like Hem and Vader and Palpatine, those three are still kind of...
And those are the masterminds.
Yeah.
Of like the Imperial, like he's kind of in charge of how or maybe not in charge of it, but very influential on how the military is conducted.
Yeah, he definitely is.
And then that way Palpatine can use him for that purpose.
But yeah, I like Crosshair trying to warn them. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it is, they're still on Pabu, just helping them out.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Waiting to leave, but Echo's back, so that's cool. That's cool for Omega as well.
Yep.
Hunter, we obviously know what's going to happen 20 years from now. There's going to be a civil war, and but Hunter, he still just wants to get his men safe. He wants to keep Omega safe. Mm-hmm. He's asking Echo, when's it going to be enough, you know?
You mean Echo is trying to get his men safe? Oh, you mean Hunter's trying to keep his men safe?
Yeah.
And away from all of it.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out what they're going to do. And Echo's saying we need to be involved. This is, we need to be doing more.
Yeah. Hunter just doesn't see the big picture yet, or he might not care, you know what I mean?
Well, I think he cares. Not that he's not empathetic, or sympathetic maybe even, but he's got responsibilities that are he's not sure what to make of them yet.
Yeah.
Crosshair and the torture scene and the torture droid is back making which we've seen him, I guess.
We've seen him a couple times, yeah.
Yeah, he's always making some comebacks here and there, popping in.
Yeah, he's a classic droid villain.
Yeah.
We never always exactly see what happens, though.
No, we don't.
Even in this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a good thing. I mean, obviously, I think he just pokes him with that, and it gives him some shitty...
The chemical shot, obviously not seeing it and seeing Crosshair shaking, hearing Leia screaming.
Yeah.
Like that kind of shit leaves something to the imagination.
Less imagination than the black torture droid.
Yeah,
because you kind of see what's going on.
Yeah, you sparks and shit, but you never see any marks on it. Yeah,
he's like.
Remember, you don't see any marks.
I feel terrible. You know the idea that again the books it talks about you know, the Sith have special ways of just torturing you through the mind.
Yeah.
Vader, you know, most of the whole world doesn't know Vader and Palpatine are Sith. So, you know, Vader doesn't really, he only reserves that really for Jedi. The Jedi that they find, that the Inquisitors find.
Yeah.
So, you know, Vader could have maybe got what he wanted out of Han, but he didn't want to, like, make that display exactly in front of...
Well, you think that what would it matter to him? Don't brag, Vader. There's no need with these people. I don't know.
Okay, Lucius Malfoy.
Yeah.
God, he was so good. No need with these people.
Jason Isaacs, man. He's written well, performed it well.
Yeah.
I was just disappointed that we didn't get more from him in the later movie installments.
Yeah.
But I understand, too, his character was in decline at that point. Plan 88, The Seeker, obviously, I was wondering what the fuck he was trying to mumble in there.
Yeah, the idea that... I love the fact that they're using these old codes.
Yeah, he knew how to communicate.
Yeah, I think that's just so cool. Obviously, the Clone Wars, we were on that for a couple years. We're almost done with season 2, and then we have season 3. Same writing team, same animation team. But how do you feel about the show so far?
I really like it. I like the first season a lot. I like the animation choices especially. And as this season has gone on, I like the changes they've made to their armor. I like, visually speaking, I think it's just a beautiful show.
Yeah.
The way they move sometimes isn't very fluid. It's still kind of stiff in terms of how it appears.
Yeah.
But the advancements they made in the animation quality, the coloring, all that shit, the voice performances are fantastic. I have no real complaints.
D. Bradley Baker is just the star. It's
I know,
so
man.
It's kind of funny, and he's a gift that
You're
keeps
going
giving.
to be everyone.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, hey, if you don't want to wait until the next episode, we do have the next 4 on there now. I'm not sure how many there are left of this show, but we might be starting to get into season 3. So, and I haven't seen anything, and I remain unspoiled. So I'm excited. So we'll get it up. Anyways, guys, see you next time.